visible e invisible, por lo que quiero saber de él, qué le está pasando alrededor de esta mujer, o le están haciendo algo, para él, para su familia, para su casa, para sus relaciones, por lo que está escondido detrás negro. Que Dios y los santos me revelen las respuestas de mis preguntas. Here we go. So have you guys talked to your dad about this or no?
Yeah, but my dad doesn't really say anything. We don't know if he's still talking to her. I don't know. We're just the only reason we found out all this information was because my sister called my cousin. But he hasn't really told us anything.
I wonder if he's getting money. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. So there's your dad. It said that he's going to end up being arrodillado, meaning he's going to be brought to his knees. It says that something returns for money, so she's going to keep coming back for money. But brujo upside down. So I don't show a brujo at this moment, but I do show something else that I don't know if I want to tell you. Fuck. So your dad's getting something in return for the money.
He's getting something in return?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
They're, shit.
Oh, like that?
Nude pictures.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it, but yeah. So that's kind of a tough one to bring up to your dad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see what else happens here. It says that slowly something's going to happen here presently. Then it says tied up. So you're right. At some point, she is going to try to tie him up. Once she gets used to the money, it says no hardship there. Things are going to move quickly. Him upside down. And then it says, oof. Then it says disappointed. It says there's a woman that he needs to get clean. So, but no relationship from the past. Wow, destruction. So things aren't like as good as we think here. She's gonna try to drain him for money.
She's gonna try to drain him for money?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I don't know what your dad's thinking or if he's in over his head, but that's kind of where he's at. And this is kind of not the easiest thing to bring up to your pops, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's going to deny it. He's going to say, no, but of course you can't get into his phone, right?
Yeah.
You can?
Well, my sister's could probably when he's sleeping or something.
Okay. It's time to check. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or not either, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation.
Probably have my brother check or I don't know.
Yeah. But it says he's not angry. Things are just incomplete for him. It says, yeah, she keeps returning for another new beginning. So this one's kind of smart. So has your dad even mentioned any of this to you guys about it?
No.
Because it's showing that she's going to eventually want to come here. Yeah.
No, he hasn't. He mentioned buying like a property. That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And she lives where?
She lives in Mexico.
You don't know what part? Wow. So you can bring her close to him in his house. Okay, let's see where it goes. It says returning back for money, and then it says for him not to be a fool, to learn from the past. It says a woman who's upside down, so it talks about your mom that's gone, and then it says the world upside down for him. So ever since your mom has been out of your life, has your dad been kind of depressed?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, it shows that. And then it shows that he's just trying to find a way to keep going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is kind of exciting for him, I guess, maybe because she's younger. So I don't know if that's kind of what's pushing him along with this. It says that there's no brujo, though, and there's no triumph there yet. It says to return to love. So he wants to return to fall in love with someone. It says, but there's no triumph. So, and everyone, like he's gone out with other people, right?
Not really.
Not at all. He's talked to the girls though?
Yeah, he's talked to other people.
Yeah, and there's been no triumph. He says he's never found a road to go down again. It says, and that's the trouble. It says that slowly. It says it's true what I'm telling you. He's very patient. So your dad's a very patient man when it comes to things like this. It says, but slowly they're going to take his money. Then it says the woman's not angry with him and no magic. So she's not mad, but at the same time, she's going to keep hitting him up for money.
Yeah.
So, but then again, I don't know if your dad's still getting pictures from her. I don't know. Or just something that this is, very sensitive. Because if he is a man and he's doing that, and that's the only thing that kind of is making him happy right now, that might not be something that is really any of your guys' business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like going to a porn shop or renting porn or doing something because you don't have the person you want to be with. You got to kind of understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a tough situation. But the fact that she keeps coming back, she's found, her golden cow. So in her eyes, she can keep going back to him and get money from him because she knows he's vulnerable. That's the only thing you guys could do to fix it. But to do that, you'd have to do a limpia on him, and you'd have to hide it in his shampoo.
In his shampoo?
Yeah. Does he have hair?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, cool. So you'd have to hide it in his shampoo. So that when he takes a shower, he's constantly put it on him, so he makes sure that she can't do shit to him. Because it says in the future, he's going to be tied up. It says tied up to a girl who's younger, who's upside down. So she doesn't have a very good life. It says no karma, though. He needs to be strong. So your dad's a good person. It's not him. He's just lonely. And it says, he says, opportunities. He's looking for opportunities. He's at this point, he's not afraid to lose anymore. He says he's getting older. He's not really worried about what anybody thinks or what anybody cares. He's doing this for him now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's there. It says no hardship. So no death. That's a good thing. Then it says it's fortunate though. So he doesn't battle or fight with this woman or nothing. She doesn't actually make him happy completely, but he always feels like she kind of leaves him hanging. So she knows kind of how to play your dad. That's the sad part. Can't we find him a girl, like a woman around there somewhere? Like, come on. He's full of women.
I told him, but I don't know. It's want someone from Mexico, I guess.
Well, can't we find him like a little bit older woman in Mexico that, can be his partner or something?
I mean, we tell him to just look, like, we don't care. We want him to, like, have someone too, but we just don't want them to take advantage of him.
No, I agree. I totally agree with you. And this girl's taking advantage of him.
Yeah.
It says with no delay, it says a trabajo that comes, but God's on his side, so that's a good thing. So you might want to make an ofrenda to God. And he might be able to take care of this without anything. And the ofrenda means that all of you have to get together like family and just say, like, let's make an offering to God just to help dad see or open his eyes or see what he needs to see so he doesn't waste time with this. And that might be what works. And if you want to do that, you can get a hold of me. I'll tell you how to do it. You need a coco and you got to break it in half on the sidewalk. And it has to break in half perfectly to where there's water on both sides or juice on both sides. And then you make the offering to the sun when it's going down at sunset. You make the offering then and you tell God, I'm willing to give up. So let's just say you drink a lot or you do drugs a lot or you do something, right? You got to give up something for God to make that work for you. You're making a trade.
Oh, okay.
And if it's, whoever does that offering, someone in your family, whoever does it, or if it's you, you got to give up something to make that offering and then God will take over at that point. Wow, this is sad. So your dad thinks that this girl may be his true love.
Really?
Yeah. So that's kind of scary. But it's not. Wow. Okay. It says him upside down. It says he is alone. And then it says rest assured of one thing, that I can help him, but there's one obstacle. the lovers. So the problem is, since your dad would like to meet up with this person, has he talked about going down south at all?
You mean like going to Mexico?
Yeah.
Well, we go every summer.
Do you go down to Tijuana?
No, we go to.
Every month?
No, every for a month in summer, like in June, we go for the whole month.
For the whole month, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to become something more frequent for him. It says, discontent in the end. He says, discontent because there's not very many options out there for him. He says, most women are evil. He says that things need to come to an end, and he needs to find a woman who's going to love him. There's no change in the way he thinks. So he thinks that most women are evil. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, he thinks that most women are evil, that they just, out to get him. But for some reason, this girl's kind of won him over, so I don't know how. She's good, I'll give her that. It says a woman upside down, once your dad gets clean, and then he won't go back. So if you get your dad clean, and you guys do the baño, and you stick it in his shampoo, and we're able to do it like that, problem is you got to mix the whole thing together, so it would be kind of hard. And I don't think he would just do a baño to do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless one of your older sisters said, Dad, I'm going to do this as a treatment for your hair, and it's going to work out great.
Oh, yeah.
You could do it like that. Like, let me do it to you, Dad, because I'm learning how to do this. And he'll be like, what is that shit? But that's probably be the way you could do it.
Yeah.
It said this. Go ahead.
If we were to do that, it's only like once, or we have to keep doing it?
I think you don't have to do. I don't know. I'd have to see, but I think it's only once. I mean, it's not anything that's that drastic on your dad right now. It's just that he's kind of got his eyes closed. We got to wake him up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I understand why, and you should too. It's been a long time, and he's lonely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I kind of feel for him in a way. I get it. You know what I mean? I'm lucky that I met my wife, because I'm getting older. I'm going to be a lot older than her down the road, and hopefully she'll take care of me, even though she's going to die before me, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It says, the sun shines, and there's good and bad things here. So basically what we're talking about, it says that there is some burden on his back. He doesn't want to be brokenhearted. That's the hard part. But no, so she hasn't done anything yet, but she is going to try to tie him up. So there's no brujeria yet. But it says, this is interesting. It says destruction. Destruction of what? It says, so does your dad drink?
He used to, but not anymore. Only like New Year's or parties or something like that.
Yeah, it says he shouldn't be drinking. It says there's fruit on the tree, which means there's good things that are coming, but he's defenseless. So in other words, it would be a good idea for you to get him clean if you guys can figure out how to do it. So that way you can have something to defend him when she tries to do something. It says this woman is not very spiritual, and it says she's going to leave him incomplete. So she ends up hurting him here in the end once she gets what she wants. So that's one of the things we need to be careful of, that she doesn't try to drain him of money. Why she would want someone who's older and so far away doesn't really make sense. She has to have a motive.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, if she was here and your dad had met her and they were into each other, I could understand.
Yeah.
But that far away and want to be with a 60-year-old man, I mean, I don't even think that makes sense to you, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
So it just, and the only thing I would think is, because I'm in Mexico and I need money, and this guy's in the United States and he's got money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It says that's going to be what cuts off his head, but he's leaving the road wide open. It says that's what was hidden, that this girl wants money. There it is. It says a decision that she needed to make so she can get balance in her life. So she must have been really hurting for money. It says to the point where she's willing to marry him. Oh, shit. And turn around the whole family. Oh, fuck. And then there's problems. So basically saying, because you guys aren't going to be happy if he gets married to her.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, you guys are going to be pissed. And it's funny because you're going to be like, dude, what are you doing with my dad? Like, why are you with him? So, yeah, there's a lot of little things that this woman has kind of planned.
There is?
Yeah, she's thinking about get into your family. Maybe even, he might let her live in just all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Because my family has a house, a beach house, right on the beach. So, I mean, and that place is always vacant. But I'm just thinking to myself, man, if one of my mom or dad passed away and they were starting to take someone over there, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just something to think about. But consider it. Think, talk to your family. Tell them what I'm telling you. Her intentions aren't the greatest. She'll marry him. Don't get me wrong. But in her mind, she thinks he's not going to be around that much longer anyways, even though that's not true.
Yeah.
My cards show him around for a while, so she's playing herself at this point.
Yeah.
But I know you guys would be, no offense, but you guys would be just bitches to her. Like, seriously.
We would.
Sorry, I don't mean to offend you or anything, but I'm just being honest.
No, yeah, it's fine. We would, like.
Yeah. So think about it, talk to your sisters, and if we have to do something, if you guys can figure out a way to get him to do this, get him to do it.